Hey kids, Grandpa here again. My goodness, I'm dry. Excuse me for a sec. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're hanging out here with the kids tonight. You know, it's the eve of 11/11. Like Christmas Eve, Santa Claus and his 8 tiny reindeer pitter-pattering on the roof. How we doing, Angel? Angel doing alright? You guys ain't never met Angel. You can't see her. You can see Dexter's tail over here. Let's see if we can slide back a little bit and we can meet Dexter, baby. Can you see him now? You guys want to hop up here with Daddy? Come on, hop up here. Hop up here so folks can see you back here in the darkness, huh? Yeah. That's me, Angel Delight, huh? That's me, Angel Delight. She's such a sweetheart. You see that? Angel Delight and Dexter the Dude. These guys just rock, guys, I'm telling you. They're great little helpers. And just some of the funnest kids you ever did meet. Ain't you, kids? Yes, you are. Yeah. Mr. Dude, yeah. And let me talk to this camera for a little bit, okay, kids? Let me do this now. Then you can sit right here at my feet and keep me going, baby, huh? Yeah. Gotta love our little daughters, I tell you. Without them. And the cats, too. And the buffalo. And a lot of other beings. But anyway, we never would have made it through, and thank goodness for the energy of the animal, because that's what keeps us alive. Hey, guys. Yeah. Okay, where were we? Oh, Grandpa Peter Coyote here. Yeah, once again, it's like Christmas Eve, 11/11/2011, which is another 11. So we've got 4 11s in a row. And some folks think, wow, that's the beginning of everything. And some folks know it is. And some folks just laugh it off and say, wow, what a coincidence, all those numbers, but the calendar's wrong, etc. and so on, you know what I mean. Some folks just don't want to have an excuse to celebrate. They're too fun being unhappy. Seen that in a lot of us, including myself, you know what I mean. We all go through our times of great misery. Sometimes we can be pretty self-deceived in a lot of ways, both on what you'd call positive and negative sides. We can swing back and forth. Hey, Angel, yeah, we can swing back and forth like crazy. And so we kind of tend to miss the middle ground. Oh, she's so darn cute. Ain't you, baby? Says she will. She's so darn cute. 11/11 kind of turns all that around, you see. And it's just a date on a calendar. But it's the poetic symbolism of it. You know, it's divine symbology. We really like to play these jokes on ourselves. You know what I mean? We just can't hardly not do it. We're all coyotes, you see, in that sense. Speaking of humanity now, there's a heck of a lot of coyote medicine within it, which means, you know, we've got survival instincts like you wouldn't believe. And sometimes we engage them and sometimes we don't, because we get greatly manipulated here by a lot of energies and forces that seem sometimes beyond our power. Get ourselves into situations we don't know how the hell we're ever going to get out of them, let alone how the hell we got into them. Things like that, you know. That's what being human is. And there's one side of us, no matter how rough it gets, that's really enjoying it. And it's not sick and masochistic, it's joy. The ability to endure being such an asshole, let alone a good compadre and an honest, sincere brother. All these roles we seem to play, and each one in its own way kind of fulfills us and brings us full circle back to where we become conscious of the love in the most evil of things, in the allowance that anyone could even conceive of them, let alone that they should be. Cruelty is not what we're about. None of us. Not these little doggies. Not this old man, not you. We're love through and through. And it's time to regain the consciousness of that inside of yourself, so that you no longer turn away from truth. Not recognizing. It's not a deliberate thing. It's not because you hate truth. It's because you don't believe it when you see it, or don't know it when you see it. And hey, that happens to us all. Because we can be that blinded. We have our blinders on, So it's kind of hard to point your finger at somebody and say they're more evil than another. Because everybody carries it, and some just maintain a little better with it than others. And some carry a hell of a lot more than others. But as time we're unraveling all of that, I told you in the beginning of this little series I did that it was about transitioning death into life and life into death. Well, it's moving beyond even those perspectives and seeing that there is a constant and consistent flow of love through us always. We are that love. That's what gives us life. Every being that is, and everything from a microphone to a magnet to a star in the sky, a dog on the floor enjoying a little break. Everything. It comes from a basis of love. A heart that's very maternal. A fertile field from which life can grow and create experience for itself and bring great enrichment to the presence of its being. And, in that pursuit, we carry a lot of different energies and we play a lot of different roles, even in one lifetime. Let alone the many you're going to start to remember now. It comes right along with this consciousness. It's not a matter of theory, philosophy. It's realizing and seeing it and knowing that you live it, even still. No matter how many persons you see that you may be, somewhere there in the great beyond, in each person, you are the same person. That same soul, that same life, with a different divination each time, a different way of defining it, understanding it, and living it. So you're completely uncharacteristic one life from the next, though you do tend to develop a base character. But we can heap a whole lot of unpleasantry upon ourselves, and we can dance with delight in the most primitive of times, let alone those that are more privileged. Babies, I've been sitting here tonight, and baby, I'm unraveling it, I'm letting it go. Something I've carried for a long, long time. That it seems like yesterday. And I'm surprised in some ways that I've lived to tell about it, at least in this dimension. Because we know life goes on forever, shit. We'll never kid ourselves about that, we know. But I'm releasing it. Nothing's hidden from my heart anymore. And the divine journey's just begun. You know, it's an opening, an awakening. And it's moving us all in one direction or another, which essentially is the same direction, because you got to finish your path with each of it. And you do so rather rapidly now. So don't be surprised if things come to quick conclusions in your life. Quick and honest conclusions. Loving things begin to happen. It lacks the harshness of the yesteryears. The kindler, gentler reality that some folks thought they were going to impose in a lot harsher ways. Never happened. So here we go, loop-de-loop. 11, 11, 11 truthfully is the gateway to heaven. The awakening to the presence of that divine love in every element of our being, so that we can unburden ourselves. Let go of what fell. It never fell, but let go. And that which has condemned ourselves in some ways, but at the very least held us down, because we felt guiltily responsible for it all in some way, you know. It's part of the divine presence within us too. It just misunderstood its role here. But at the same time, it was a divine pleasure to live through it. And now it lets go of that harshness, because it's awakening to the fact there's light in its love. And that it's not death, it's life. It's not contrariness. It's truth. Veiled and hidden in the past, but awakening to it now. Babies, it's time. And we are love, and this is what we are created for. So step into it. Know the power of this softness, this organic truth, this maternal love that harmonizes all that is and creates it. You know what I mean. Embraces it, holds it to its bosom always. But is wise enough to let that go when necessary. Let the children go out and grow. Though she lives every minute of it with them, whether they know it or not doesn't matter. That's a mother's love. And while she lives through your pain and misery with you, she is conscious of the overjoyed nature within you as well. The spiritual heart, if you'll call it that, that brings it forward and manifests it. The power of creative truth. See, we've restricted ourselves. We've taken this burden so that we could make it a blessing. But to hide the truth from ourselves, to pretty much bury it, so that we could live in this undivine way. And at the least begin to figure it out. To know why we choose to live such a blessing. Because each burden is a blessing. And that's why we seek it out sometimes. When life seems to be unburdening us, a natural tendency in most folks is to go out and grab a little more burden, you know. You don't want to be too free. Because, you know, You might be living better than somebody else or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, the psychology that holds us back. But we don't accept it anymore. Not like that. There's divine love in the desire to be truthful. And it's in every element of our being and person, including that we've seen as burdens. Does it get any better than that? Wow. Welcome to the New World Order. Odor. Yeah, it's an odor, all right. It's resonating with the smell of sweet flowers. Oh, baby. Yes, it is. The fragrance of love. I like that. Let's carry it forward from here, kids. I mean, you know, it's only a beginning. It's a damn good one. Nothing wrong with it. And God, just wait till what you see in the morning sunrise. Oh, it's beautiful, man. Just hang in there. And if you ain't feeling it just yet, give it a moment or two. It kind of spreads. Hey guys, I love ya. Rock and roll.